Hello everyone and welcome to Werven's World. Today I would like to show you some advanced functionality in your radar and minimap that is not very well explained in the game, so I thought I would make a short video about it. So normally you start the game with this 3D battle view, they call it, where basically you see all the objects in relation to you where they are. And this is very handy, especially in battles, just to get your bearings basically. However, there's also another map mode which you can access by pressing Shift M, and it basically collapses this 3D space into a 2D picture as seen from the top. So you get a much bigger overview of the entire system, so you can see all the stations here, as well as here the highway, and that's all information I would be missing in the 3D view. Like if I would be pointing this way, I would have no idea where the highway was, but if you press Shift M, you can easily find the highway as well as seeing which direction it goes into. So this can be fairly useful as well. Furthermore, next to this Shift M functionality, there's also a functionality to ask for information on your radar, and you do that by pressing Shift R by default. Of course, you can remap all these buttons in the settings. So if I press Shift R, I now get information on where I am. So I am at the moment in Aerodrome. However, this information is context dependent. So if I get close to the station here, I see that this is Technocore Parts 2 station and it belongs to John Thurston Space Systems, but it's context dependent. So if I go, for example, to a trade offer here and just hover over it, I can see immediately what is being bought and sold there. While if I wouldn't have pressed Shift R, I would only have gotten this map. So now I get the information of what is bought and sold here. You also get information, for example, if you're in a highway, about which direction you're going, all those things. So it's fairly useful to sometimes switch between normal map as well as information. Another nice thing I like about this radar is that I tend to fly at fairly fast speeds, and sometimes it's a bit hard to double click on things in order to, for example, dock there or get information. However, you don't need to necessarily double click on things. If you just target them, let's see, what do we want to target? Here, for example, this one here, this where they're buying and selling, I can also just click on my screen now and I immediately get the trade window. If I go to a information spot, like this one here, for example, and then click, I see all the people that live there and what they're doing and what their job is, and I can talk to them immediately. So you don't necessarily need to... Oh, let's bring it down a bit. So normally you would double click it and press info, but you can also just click it. Click it once and then click on the screen. So that's basically just a little shortcut. So those were the advanced functionalities of the radar. I hope you found it useful and see you next time.